What's up, guys? I'm here to do a quick recap of Candy, the series on Hulu. It premiered last week. It came as a miniseries like it would do on TV. The show was actually a sad real life story of Candy Montgomery, who is still alive today, and y'all will not believe what she's doing now. So anyways, let's get into the series. We have Candy Montgomery. She is bored with her life, okay? She's neighboring to Betty Gore and Alan Gore, who have a somewhat, just go around the way, get along to get along marriage, okay? She's married to Pat. She has it all and everything, her best friend, who actually is a preacher who is leaving, okay, has inspired her to have an affair. Her preacher tells her, listen, I got a divorce. I moved on because my life and my marriage was breaking up. That is not justify you for just because you need some excitement in your life to get a thing going on. So anyways, scrump all that. Candy decides to just go do her thing. So anyways, she looks at all the husbands, and who looks the most attractive? Alan. So she scopes him out, basically tells him, I want to have a affair. I think you're attractive in a matter of fact way. So of course, he's getting, he's going along with his wife, everything. But right now, something in their life is not making them connect and everything. So he's like, look, one day she was nagging, which she just was like very concerned about him just being on the road all the time because his job has him on the road, and she was kind of insecure in her marriage, okay, for reasons of him, okay. So anyways, but we don't get into that until later in the series, okay. So anyways, long story short, Alan and Candy, they have an affair. Okay, Candy wants some more excitement, so she lies to Alan and basically tells him, look, I'm getting feelings for you, so I need this to be over. But the thing is, she wanted more excitement, so she was done with him. She was bored with him. But when they say easy come, easy go, okay, so since he was like, whatever, they had set out rules and everything, so one of the rules was not to get attracted to each other, so she lied or whatever. But we find out eventually in the series that was because she wanted, either, I should figure two things. He was too boring, and that's why she wanted to be done with it. But then when she did put in a question and everything, that's when he showed and did more with her, because they was doing like just, they wasn't even intimate, okay. So of course they started getting more intimate with each other because she pushed away, and then he like, look, I like your body. He started really getting attracted to her because she had the plan of everything, okay. Her plan was just to just lay there and just have something else to do. It was just like her going to have a gym class, like her going to the YMCA and then taking aerobics. That's what the affair was to her, okay. So once he started getting more affectionate and wanting to be with her like that, that's when things get complicated in her relationship with Betty, okay. Betty and her get closer because she doesn't have any girlfriends and everything, and since she was laid off from her job, she wants to do more. She even tried fostering her son. It didn't work out and everything, so they kind of hurt her ego because she needed love for her family, mostly from her husband, okay. So of course women do this sometimes when they feel like they don't get enough man's attention. They want to have a kid, which I think that's the dumbest thing ever, but that's the way that she was going. So okay, so anyways, long story short, she is questioning Alan more because he is falling from her, okay. So but she doesn't know, unbeknownst to her, her new friend Candy is sleeping with her husband. So what ends up happening, he decides to call it off this time, okay. So why he's calling off is because he is having a bundle of joy and everything, and plus he wants to reconnect with his wife. So you know what Candy does in a jealous moment, okay. Of course she gets closer to Betty and throws her a baby shower and everything. She even lets her friend know, like, yeah, me and Alan had a thing, but it wasn't. But you can obviously tell that it didn't matter to her anymore because of course this is a turn off for Alan because he's trying to reconnect with his wife, and they decide before the day of her murder, she and him, they decide that they're going to go reconnect their love and everything and go out of town and stuff like that. So what ends up happening that he goes on his regular day, and in the series, you see him calling her or whatever. She ignores the calls. At first, I thought her ignoring the call was because she's upset at him, but they were part of this group that made them reconnect and everything. Asked about me, basically low-key swingers, but they weren't part of it, okay? So that was like a little thing that they did. So about the time that he did call her, it was too late because something happened to her. So we get into her murder towards the end of the series, day 5 and everything, and basically what ended up happening, she claims that she went there and Betty confronted her about the affair and everything, and she attacked her with the axe. And I find that story so unbelievable, okay. Even though the affair was over with, you still wanted or had the upper hand over Betty. I do believe that Betty did ask her about the affair or whatever, even though it was months ago. And I think it's something else outside of the story that she gave to court. She said a childhood trauma made her click or tick or whatever. But what I believe is, I believe that Candy went in there and basically assaulted this woman because she was jealous that Alan wasn't talking to her anymore. So getting to trial, her defense is self-defense. Can you believe this? This is the gruesome part, so, it is what it is. Listen, she asked her 41 times. I think in the series it was 28 to the face, okay? So it was so bad that the people that in the series thought that she got shot, but it was actually Kandi, okay? So how would you get a self-defense from that? So like I said, back to the defense that she had, she said that Betty confronted her and they went on, you know how like shady women do, they went on and they talked around the subject, and so she claims that Betty threatened her again, and this time while she was trying to fight her away and everything, she basically was like, when she told her to be quiet because the baby was sleeping and everything, that's what made her click. So in court she says that she blocked the door, but if she blocked the door, Betty was a heavy woman in the series, okay? So how did you get out the door? So it don't make sense. So that's just me talking logically, okay? So anyways, she got off, okay? We find out through the court sessions that she even was having another affair on her husband, okay? So her husband, he was a weirdo, okay? Before he found out or even thought of thinking his wife did this, he went and reenacted how many times the acts would do and everything. It was strange, but it was strange in a good way, sadly to say. Like, I don't know how to call that. I don't know what they call it. But the thing was, she basically was a bored housewife who got jealous because she just wanted some spontaneity in her life and everything. But when she got jealous of Alan, and let me talk about Alan real quick, okay? Alan, after he found out that his wife was murdered and everything, of course, Alan was an attractive man, I guess, of that time. But the actor that plays him, he's attractive, okay? So he wifed up one of the single mothers around there, just like nothing ever happened. Betty's family came into town, they don't understand. He told the police that, listen, me and Betty was reconnected. That was the truth. But the thing was, he told the police that he broke off the thing with Kandi. She got upset, but when he got to court, he said they left mutually. So I don't know what was wrong with them and everything. Of course, it's really sad, but the show, I hate to say it, it was good. I enjoyed it, despite like some people were saying that it wasn't, but it was good. I went with this. That's my thoughts, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.
Okay, great. Bye. Okay, great. Bye!